Okay, I've got something for you. The new parts have been fitted to the car. The simulation numbers are good, so look forward to your feedback. Check out the details.
And there we go, guys, our second upgrade in as many races. Hello guys, and welcome to part 3 of my Formula 1 2016 Toro Rosso career mode. If you guys watched the last episode, what a final lap, well more final few corners you guys were treated to. We made a lot of mistakes regarding pit stops, but we came back, finished 9th, and we scraped some World Championship points, which will really help towards our team goals. So anyway, guys, we're gonna move on to qualifying for this race, where we were given the objective of finishing in 9th position. So if you see here, we have already done a lap. We're on P10, and this is towards the end of qualifying. So we're going to go into the long, I believe it's a snail shell kind of corner. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's a corner that's very, very intensive on your tyres. So you really do have to hope that your tyres hold out throughout this, especially the front tyres. So we're going to go sweeping through here towards the end of the first section, and we were slightly ahead of our times. So we're going to fast forward to the long back straight, where we have DRS open, we're flying it down, and we are really running out of time here. So we have taken the hairpin slightly wide. I mean, we could have done a lot better, and we could have done a lot worse. At the moment we are P10, we need to get into P9, taking the final corners, cut it ever so slightly, open up the DRS, and see where we finish. That time puts us in P7, which isn't too bad. It certainly beats the expectations, so we can't complain too much, I suppose, in that sense. So if we take a look here, this is the full results of the qualifying. We did reasonably good. I mean, there's still a lot that we could have done, but 7th place in the Toro Rosso is fully acceptable. It's definitely something that we can build upon, especially coming to first corner. A first corner is always a good place to get a few overtakes. So we have a small piece of updating here. We have actually beaten Carlos Sainz before race day, so that's definitely something to buoy us going into race day. Speaking of race day, we are here, race day, China, 7th place, with the expectations of finishing, I think, about 7th place anyway. So this is a race where we're going to have to do a lot of defending down the back straight, because our car at the moment is lacking a lot of pace. It's definitely something that we're going to have to prove on during the race. So as you can see here, this is the general layout of the track. For those of you who don't know what the track looks like, I'm fairly sure if you are watching this video, you do know what the track looks like. That DRS zone there is going to absolutely kill us. DRS zone 2, for some reason, I do a hell of a lot less defending on the finishing off straight than I do the back straight. But it's just because there's just so much time to actually go up the slipstream and use the DRS. So as you can see there, Lewis Hamilton is leading the World Drivers' Championship, and well, the top 3 are in the constructors, is as you would expect it.
Something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, there's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you've got turn 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Well, they know marginally what I can do. As you saw from the last race, I'm very good at messing up pit strategies. So we wait for the 5 lights to go out, all 5 light, and we are all systems go. That is the worst line to start a race on. Anyway, as you can probably pick me out there, I am getting sandwiched by the Red Bull cars. We are trying to get through this over these corners without hitting any cars, and we made a few paces up there. We're going to try and nip on the inside. Well, outside, we're not going to nip anywhere. There we go. But try and take a look at Sebastian Vettel there and see if we can at least make up some sort of positions there. As we go for the move on the inside, we slowly squeeze Sebastian Vettel out, the 4-time world champion, and that is us up into P3 with the 2 Mercedes to chase. So if you take a look here at the replay of the start, we can actually see where we made up positions, where we lost positions. Our start wasn't too bad. Max Verstappen had an absolute shocker of a start, so that left us with a clean run on Kimi Räikkönen and Daniel Ricciardo, which we nipped on the inside there. A nice place for overtaking, just long to make no contact with other drivers and don't be a nuisance. That left us right behind Sebastian Vettel and the 2 Mercedes, which going down towards the end of section 1, we have a clean run on Sebastian Vettel, so we're going to use the slipstream there to just to gain on some time and brake very, very late going into the corner, take the inside and just squeeze Sebastian Vettel out, and that's us up into P3. So we're going to skip further into we're going to continue on from the lap. I thought we were going to skip further up, but obviously I haven't really taken notice of how evident it is. So as you can see, we are just losing ground on the Mercedes. They have just absolutely bolted off into the distance, as they would in real life, especially if there was a Toro Rosso in P3 behind them. But it looks of it, we had Kimi Räikkönen hit into the back of us there, but nonetheless we were going to go into the pits anyway, so this is going to be us losing all of the positions we made up, and we're going to have to try and fight from the back, because our tyre, again, this is just somewhere where our tyre is warming up. As you see there, the 2 Ferraris going past us. So into the pits we go, and just hope that nothing hope that nothing bad comes from this. We're going to go on the hard tyres now. We have learnt from the last race, we're just going to go on the hardest compound humanly possible, so at least we can sort of hold on for the rest of the race. We could have gone on the softs, I believe, but we went for the mediums because, well, we just needed all the additional traction. So here we see us going side by side with Sergio Perez. Nico Hulkenberg. So he does a slight bit of contact, and we go around the inside and make the move and make success going into the start-finish straight. I mean, oh wow, I'm getting all the parts of the track wrong. Going up. This is the start-finish straight, but we've skipped forward a few laps, and that's us past Jenson Button up into P7. A few cars still in the pits, I believe. So we've made enough positions up to try and at least get some points as we go further into the race here. Into lap 4, we are chasing Checo Perez, and we're going to try and squeeze them out on this hairpin. Diving up on the inside, and that was a fairly clean move. Sergio Perez took the hairpin. Well, he took it fairly wide, so we didn't have to worry too much. And now we have DRS on Kevin Magnussen, who we should absolutely eat up, because the Renault hasn't got a hope in hell of beating us, and that puts us up into P4. It actually makes you wonder what strategy they're running if they're all the way up in P4, especially on the pit stops. And especially now we are in lap 8, and Kevin Magnussen still has not pitted. There we go, we are up into P3 now. Now it's Roman Grosjean, sorry, not Kevin Magnussen, and he was one of the back runners. So we're going to skip further into the race here, and we're going to go back into the pits. Our tyres just aren't lasting, so we're going to drop down a few positions here, which is going to be an absolute nuisance. But if the post pit stop pace is anything to go by, then we are definitely going to at least fight for a few more positions, make up a few more points, and make damn well sure that we're going to have at least a respectable finish coming towards the end of the race. So coming out of the pits there, we see one car going up into the first corner, and a few more cars come up behind us, but we're going to beat them out anyway. And make sure that we go purple in lap 13. We are currently P7, again chasing Roman Grosjean in the Haas car. He doesn't seem to be one of the back runners, he actually seems to be having a decent race here. So we are going to try and chase him down throughout this lap, because we have, now technically 2 laps to try and chase him down. There's about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds between us, and we really are going to be able to catch him. We really are. I mean, like, we have to pace on him, and definitely if we get into DRS range, we're definitely going to catch him. But we're going into the long sweeping left-hand corner, which is going to go into the long sweeping right corner towards the end of, towards the straight that will end the second section of the track. And as you can see, it was each corner we're just eating up time. At the moment, it's looking more like when we're going to overtake Roman Grosjean, not if we're going to overtake Roman Grosjean. As we can see here, going into the long sweeping corner, right before the long straight around the back of the circuit. we are just eating into the time, and we're definitely within DRS zone. As you can see there on the bottom right, we now have DRS, and we're just gonna pull him in here. Go for a nice, clean, easy overtake in going into the hairpin, and that will give us P6 going into the final corner of the race, which we can't really argue with. So we're going to skip here to, well, basically 1 lap later. We've established a bit of a gap between ourselves and Roman Grosjean. Lewis Hamilton has won the race overall, and we're coming in at a respectable P6, which isn't too bad. I mean, like, we're slowly progressing up the field with each upgrade, so the car's in a good place right now. So we're going to go into the final corner here, horrendously cut it, because of course it wouldn't be a race with us if we didn't cut the corners. So that is P6 in China. China is a track I'm not exactly a fan of. I have a very mixed opinion of it. But there we go. That is another victory for the Mercedes. 10 out of 10 for the realism there, Codemasters.
And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson,
and Lewis Hamilton has claimed the victory. I believe has Nico Rosberg in second place. We will see here when we actually get to see the podium. But I'm happy with our P6. We qualified P7. We went up one. There we go. We went up 1 position. So it's not too much of a game, but at least we're not going back on the field. And we got some decent race pace, especially with the fastest lap of the race, which we saw us lap 11, I believe.
Thoroughly exhausted
so here we go. Here
is
our podium. Lewis Hamilton first, Nico Rosberg second, and Kimi Räikkönen third.
It's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
I don't see us challenging them throughout any part of the season. Simply, they are just way too damn fast. Same with the Ferraris. The Red Bulls, I see us challenging throughout the season, because we seem to be catching them and beating them fairly easily. Same goes to the Williams. So there's the full classified results, all the way up to P12, where we see Roman Grosjean eventually finished P11, which is it's a shame. He could have finished into points, but at the end of the day, you know, not much that can be said. Carlos Sainz, actually, our teammate, has finished in the points, which is a nice burden lifted off us. That way we're not bringing in all the points for the team. And as you can see, we are in 4th place. We're slowly reeling in the big sister team of Red Bull. It'd be kind of cool to overthrow them, but sure, we'll see. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I have been Infernikus. Remember, if you liked this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that nice stuff. And I suppose we're going to catch you for the first European race of the season in Russia.